2 new books by the Gentleman Club's and Gentleman Club Whiskey's own Marc.antomattei, coming soon. Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to Gentleman's Club Whiskey. I'm your host, Marc.antomattei, and in this very special episode, I'm going to give you the introduction over the Yamazaki single malt whiskey, which is Suntory's flagship premium single malt whiskey, coming from not only the oldest distillery in Japan, but also currently now the biggest whiskey producer in the country. So anyways, I'm going to start from the very beginning of the history of the company, and then I'm going to leeway into talking about this. Now, I'm going off the top of head here, all of these dates and information, so I'm going to try not to forget anything. So in the beginning, in the year 1899, founder of the company, Shinjiro Tori, he founded his first store. He opened his first store, and it was called Tori Shoten. And at this time, he didn't have any product. He didn't have any product of his own. All he did was he went and found international wines, and he imported them and he sold them at his shop. And then it was a few years later, in 1907, that he finally founded his first product, which was called the Akadama port wine, which has later been renamed to Akadama sweet wine because port can only be used for wines that come from Portugal, as you know. So he had to change the name on that later. But at that time, 1907, Akadama port wine was the first product from his company. Fast forward a little bit more than a decade and a half later, in the year 1921, he changed the name of his company to Kotobukiya to further expand the business, and it became like, you know, a registered business and not just a shop, but for production of all kinds of beverages. In the year 1923 is when he finally built the Yamazaki Distillery, which is Japan's oldest distillery. And in the year 1924, in December, is when he began production on the oldest commercially sold Japanese whiskey, which is called the I'm sorry about that, because it wasn't called Suntory at that time. It was called the Kotobukiya Shirofuda, which means white label whiskey. And then some decades after that, it wasn't until the year 1963 when he changed the name, or when the company, not Shinjiro Tori, when the company changed the name from Kotobukiya to Suntory. So that was 1963. But anyways, here we have the flagship single malts from the company. And as you know, the Japanese whiskey boom is quite big right about now. And so a lot of things are becoming out of stock, and they're removing a lot of things from the market. So there used to be some other age statements out there that are no longer available. But as you guys know, there used to be like a 10-year one. Of course, there will always be the no age statement. There's the 12 years, there's the 18, and also there's a 25. And then even at some points in time, you know, they released a 30-year and a 50-year-old statement of this whiskey. So now each one of these, including the no age statement going all the way up to 25, the age statement ones that they have out now, all of these products come inside of 700 milliliter bottles, and all of them are bottled at 43% ABV. Let me take a look at the bottle here to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything else. The bottling looks very similar to one another. The only thing that changes amongst them is just the labeling, colors, and things of that nature. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. Make sure you stay tuned to subsequent videos after this one where I give my review over all of these Yamazaki whiskeys. Anyways, gentlemen, I thank you all for watching this episode of Gentlemen's Club Whiskey. Salute to you wherever you may be out in the world. Drink responsibly, and as always, gentlemen, keep it classy.